major dam and hydroelectric power plant in Russian-occupied southern Ukraine suffered a collapse early Tuesday, prompting mass evacuations and fears for large-scale devastation as Ukraine accused Moscow's forces of committing an act of ecocide. Residents downstream from the Nova Kakhovka Dam on the Dnipro River in Kherson were told to do everything you can to save your life, according to the head of Ukraine's Kherson region military administration. As video showed a deluge of water gushing from a huge breach in the dam. The critical Nova Kakhovka Dam is the largest reservoir in Ukraine in terms of volume. It's the last of the cascade of 6 Soviet-era dams on the Dnipro River, a major waterway running through southeastern Ukraine. There are multiple towns and cities downstream, including Kherson, a city of some 300,000 people before Moscow's invasion of its neighbor. The satellite images show the road bridge that ran across the dam was intact on May 28. However, imagery from June 5 shows a section of the same bridge missing. Analysis of lower-resolution satellite imagery suggests the loss of the bridge section took place between June 1 and 2. CNN cannot independently verify whether the damage to the road bridge played a part in the dam's collapse, or whether it was destroyed in a deliberate attack by one of the warring parties. Data shows water levels in the reservoir behind the dam were at record highs last month, according to the Hydroweb Information Service. Both Ukrainian and Russian officials said the dam collapsed in an explosion and are blaming each other for it. The incident happened as Ukraine was gearing up for a widely anticipated counter-offensive. The Ukrainian military intelligence said an explosion occurred at 2:50 a.m. local time on Tuesday, 7:50 p.m. ET Monday, when Russian terrorists carried out an internal explosion of the structures of the Kakhovka hydroelectric power plant. Meanwhile, the Russian-installed mayor of Nova Kakhovka, Vladimir Leontiev, initially denied the dam had collapsed in an interview with Russian state media RIA Novosti, calling it nonsense. He later confirmed the destruction of parts of the dam in what he called a serious terrorist act, but said there was no need to evacuate. The Kremlin on Tuesday rejected the accusations. In his regular call with journalist Dmitry Peskov said the attack was planned and carried out by order received from Kyiv. From the Kyiv regime. Peskov, the Kremlin's spokesperson, said Russia, unequivocally, believes the attack was a deliberate sabotage by Ukraine, aiming to deprive Crimea of water, and that the Ukraines caused the damage because, having launched large-scale offensive operations 2 days ago, now the Ukrainian armed forces are not achieving their goals. These offensive actions are choking. The dam holds back around 18 cubic kilometers of water in the Kakhovka reservoir, about equal to the Great Salt Lake in the U.S. state of Utah. These types of dams are extremely vulnerable, and are usually washed away quickly in case of a partial breach. A partial damage is sufficient to cause a complete collapse of the dam because water flow can easily wash away the soil materials of the dam body in just a few hours. Mikhailo Podolyak, a senior Ukrainian official, said the water level in the reservoir was falling rapidly, about 15 centimeters per hour. The damage appears to be vast and the potential devastating impact, both upstream and downstream, is worrying. Multiple towns and cities downstream from the dam are at risk of severe flooding, and Podolyak had previously urged citizens to collect your documents and most needed belongings, and wait for evacuation buses. I ask you to do everything you can to save your life. Leave the dangerous areas immediately,